Hello, hello. A little later of a stream today because, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to stream for the next few days because I will be depressed after work. So, the curse of becoming what do I like to say? Contributing member of society. If I could, I would not be a contributing member of society. I would just be a shut-in. I would be a neat but I can't because I have to. Anyways, let's not rant about this. Okay? Let's just continue about this. Let's just continue. I could go on a whole tangent about being depressed, but let's not because this is game time. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth! Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the oh my god, I don't want to say that ID number that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. Oops. Oh my god, I'm burping. It's been a while since I've eaten, but I'm burping. Actually, it has been a while since I've eaten, so I might get a snack a little later, but we'll continue for a bit. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Kent has on her, it's now. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is the one that prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh no. Chief Gant. Bro just like phased into existence there. Morning folks, how's everyone doing? Hey, you been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours? Oh, the long pause. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh my gosh, he's sus as hell. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Lana, no! Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21 of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Objection. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me. but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. Lana, what the hell? I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... Objection! Oh, hell yeah, my man. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, Bro, what the hell? Passive-aggressive as hell. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Oh, hell yeah. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call... Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears your testimony. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue... I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. Oh, he's awesome. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Lana, why? Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. This guy has too much power. He needs to be taken down a notch, dude. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Yeah, let's go, Edgeworth. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Yeah, go Edgeworth! Now I can see why everybody respects him, like 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Yippee! Okay. Perez. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister. She was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then, he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. I feel bad. No, Emma. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assumed that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in? I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Oop, hold on. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image in the scene of my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Stop. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Oh, I'm going to ask about the picture, yes. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear! I'm not just imagining it. This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Well, anyway, let's continue. The scene that imprinted an image in your mind, can you please describe it to us? The man... Okay. That must have been a real shock. Even now when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Okay. I need to present the other half of the evidence, I think? Yes. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as a prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Wait, can I look at that? Hold on. I didn't even check. Check. Oh wow, you can't even look at it. Never mind. Okay. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? Oh. Yes, what is that? I'm like turning my head 90 degrees to look at this. Is that useful? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew! Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Order, order! But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait, is the picture on I didn't look at it close enough. Is the picture actually on the back of this? Oh, for real? For real? Okay. I was just like, evidence! Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, that means... Your Honor, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. What is that sound supposed to be? Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Oh, he's crashing out. Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Oh my god. The music. I'm haunted by that at this point. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Is that important? Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. I have a feeling she didn't really see who it was and just kind of assumed it was the serial killer. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alrighty. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in our mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? Why are you making me out to be the bad guy? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Revenge. Anyway, this picture. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. I guess I'm supposed to present something, but like, what the hell am I presenting? Oh no. Oh no, I don't know what I'm supposed to present. Bruh. Okay. Oh, I can look at this again. Is this important? The stupid fucking blue badger? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. How could I? Is there... I'm trying to think about like that silhouette. Like, is there a reason that it was changed? Let me look at the blue badger again. Yep, that looks like the blue badger. Okay. I'm just like, I don't know actually. Okay, what the fuck? Oh shit. This picture shows exactly what I saw in this instant. Okay, well... Am I supposed to point out that it doesn't actually, like... Ugh. Huh? Okay, before I fuck up... Hold on, let me look at this again. Blah 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 blah. Not influenced. Is there a content? Do I present the picture? Oh fuck. Die. Okay. Oh, I better save before I fuck up and then... I must be on the wrong track. What the hell? What am I supposed to do about that? There's clearly something wrong with this picture. Is there? Like... Is it that he was stabbed in the back? Oh. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if he simply pointed out this contradiction for us. He said stop with the fanatics. What parts of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? I'm supposed to point it out? Like, it's right there, dude. Is it though this? No. Just because the drawing stinks. Fuck you. The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. You're right. I guess he means I shouldn't shift the blame to others. Oh my god. Like, I know it's that he wasn't stabbed in the back, but like, what? Oh my fucking god. Oh wait, it's different. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Wait, so if I had presented the... Oh shit. If I presented the knife, would that have like counted too? I was thinking about that actually, but I was like, would he be stabbed in the back if it was, you know, if she saw it from that angle? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. Hold on. Let me look at the autopsy report. Single stab wound. Yeah, I was kind of fixated on the back part, but whatever. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! Ooh. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of the Prosecutors award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It's my belief that somewhere in the story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife beside Joe Dark's. Could there been the other... Is it the trophy? If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright... In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Do I present the trophy now? It's probably the trophy. Right? Yeah, because that's just a... I don't know how that's important, but if it's a broken knife... I wonder if you can, like, remove that. I guess I'll present this one. Fuck. If anything's broken here, it's you. Sorry. I have I have the thought, you know? Oh shit, I forgot to save before they did this to me. I'm killing myself. Oh wait. Are you serious? I had the right idea, you know? I just didn't know which one to present. Okay, whatever. We're still good. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the awards ceremony. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, the more unlikely it is that if he stabbed someone with a knife, the knife wouldn't just, like, break. Like that, you know? Order, order, order. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of the Prosecutor's award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Yeah. Oh! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? What is happening? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it! Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? Huh? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Why is it there? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Wow, I'm here for the drama, dude. Okay, I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna get a snack. BRB. Okay, I'll be back in like maybe 10 minutes or something. Oh, hello. I'm back. Oh, I should have pressed a little bit because I just realized I left the stream with like out any single music. Whoopsie. I ate it already, but I had a little sandwich that my mom made earlier because we went out to a lake today and she brought sandwiches and she made a lot, so there was leftovers. Okay, anyway. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Wait, did I make sure to take it out? I did, okay, we're good. I thought I left the BRB up. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. The fuck? What do you mean you saw his shadow? This is certainly most unusual. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. Hadn't even designed him? That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now... Stop, please, don't pursue this any further. Oh, new sprite. Lana! What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this! I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems you're finally getting to the core of the matter. When I saw that man raise his knife... Oops. Press. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as you just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was I've got to help that other person. Oh, okay. Testimony changed. Oh, wait. Oh, I was in the wrong... Hold on. This one. I missed this one. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were the shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So then you... And she arrested both of them and then knocked away the man with the knife. Which would explain the fingerprints, I think. What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next? Don't tell me like she killed him or something, right? Hold on. Okay, never mind, we're good. And then the blue... Oh. The blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course. See, I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Hi. Oh, brother, just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? Press. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really? Okay, I'm not sure, but we gotta figure it out. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture, yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger, something that is now sitting in this very room. Excuse me? Can you tell me what that is? Mr. Wright. In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike. Oh my god. Okay. Don't tell me it was this thing. It doesn't have the top on it though, unless... No, I don't know. I think it's the only thing that could possibly be it. No? Oh, yes? The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Blah, blah, blah. The hell? Okay. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Why does the... God fucking damn it. Why does the music have to play? Oh, gosh. Okay, let's not accidentally press present. I guess it was like this. Yeah, I guess that does look like the blue badger, huh? That's probably good enough, right? This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like the badger. Are you fucking serious? Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's drawing. Shut the hell up. I'm trying. Shut up. Oh my god, it resets it. Oh my god, okay. I thought it looked pretty good. I do? Okay. What did I even have it? Why did it reset me like that? Maybe I just have to... No, that's not right. Oh my god. And I have to listen to the goddamn music again. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, actually? Oh wait, okay, there it is. Oh my god, how perfect does it need to be? Like upside down? Does that make sense? Well, I don't get penalized, so I'll just have to... Ah, shut the hell up. I know it's not right. I know it's not right. I'm trying my best. Oh my god, I wish I wouldn't reset, because it makes me want to cry. It was like this, right? Dang. I gotta have it like pixel perfect. Okay, how do I make it the perfect angle to look like that picture? I think that looks good. Are they gonna... Wow, they really hate me. Is that actually the right, like, side? It looks like the right side to me. This is painful. And they make us listen to the music too this whole time. Okay, so upside down wasn't right. Oh my gosh. I think they're just blind. Like, come on guys, that's clearly... You see it, right? You see the vision, right? Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh my god. Thank god, okay. Well, is this a miracle or what? Oh my god, they overlaid the shape on it. I really did need it like perfect. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No. It can't be. Okay, but like my question is, why is it at the angle? Order, order. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, I was trying my best, Edgeworth. One question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. Objection, the piece of the jar was in the safe. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed? Very well then. Please tell us what's different now that we know the witness saw this jar. Do I get penalized for this? What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The murderer? A murder weapon? Well, he got stabbed still. The location? No. The murderer. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Okay, do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? Everyone always asking him questions and nobody thinking for themselves. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Huh? Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh. I was honestly like, when I saw this picture, I was like, why is it like in the frame? But it was for this moment, huh? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Oh no. I was getting a feeling, but I didn't want to believe it. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. No, Edgeworth. Yeah, very true. This is the second time he just figured out what happened behind a 2-year-old murder. Very awkward time. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Ooh. Ooh. No! I never imagined your testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Objection! What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Oh, damn. Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. Oh, the shit's going down. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. Is that why they killed the detective? We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Oh? Question mark? Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us a message. Huh? For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? Yeah, I want to know too. What the hell? I've got to think back to the court record. No. Edgeworth brought this up. I'm not figuring this out. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind doesn't exist. Is in the evidence. I love how they always give us 2 options, and one of them is very clearly the correct answer. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. Well, now she has trauma. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us a piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Okay, I wish I saved before they did that to me. Oh no, because I don't know. I still have one more shot. I can still save if I fuck up. Okay, what? Message from the deceased. Is it this one? Let me look at it. Like, they said something about how it looks like something was written on here. But like, I don't know what the hell that is. The dark red stains must be blood traces from the incident 2 years ago. Only the fragment has lines on it. To be fair, no matter how I look at it, I just can't, like, figure it out. Rotate? What is this? Oh well. Let's just... Oh, it is right. This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he just going to speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood in this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Oh. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments up to him to leave behind a message, and I have to look at it, one that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. Oh, I had to play one of those, like number games where you, like, draw the line to each number and it creates a picture. No! Mr. Wright, what kind of message does the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Okay, hold on. Don't make me fuck up, please. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Don't tell me it says Emma. I'm gonna be upset. Oh my god. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, okay. That's how it works. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm upset. Oh my gosh. Anything else? I had to connect this? No. Oh my god, okay. I guess. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. Oh my god. I'm upset. No, please tell me I didn't just, like... That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people. No, I need to look at it again. I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's, like, no other name I could match there, huh? Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Man. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. This bitch, I swear to God. Chief Gant. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Ugh. Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Okay, but, like, for real, was he actually innocent? Because didn't he, like, confess to, like, serial killing a bunch of other people? Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Okay, I don't know, I'm just trying my best. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Maybe my morals are shot, but like, if he was actually the serial killer, then like, it's fine. Like, no, the forgery was not good, but if they proved him, they could have proved him guilty anyways, you know? Anyways, I don't know, maybe I'm just simple. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. This guy acting like a villain out here. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. Was he innocent though? For real? How could he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Seashell beard, that's a first I've seen. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Damn. It's already been an hour, but like, I can't just stop the game right now. Bro is sus as hell, yeah. Mr. Seashell Beard. He's acting so weird. Like, maybe that's just how he is. I don't know. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Hey, buddy. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. No, come back. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Okay, I had to burp, sorry. I'm guessing the people figured out that Emma was responsible for him dying or something. And they all decided to cover it up, I don't know. Or maybe Lana begged to cover it up. I don't know. Is that a bird on the book? Oh, thank you for the follow. Maybe I should stop saying that. I don't like saying it, but like, thank you. Here, she asked me to give you this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. Yeah, he is, definitely. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Explains the 2 rules. Oh, it's a book explaining 2 rules. Those must be some pretty complicated rules if it needs a book. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. What else is there left to do? Yeah, I feel like the people who come to watch me, they're all like, oh, I played this before. So, I mean, it's, yeah. No spoilers, please, but yeah. Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you aren't aware of. I have asked, though, if, like, I'm really stumped for just the answers. So, if I'm really, really stumped, I might ask. But I'm doing okay so far. Emma Skye found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. This is episode 5, I think. Yeah, I think it's episode 5. because chapter 4 was like the end of Edgeworth's trial. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Okay, but like, we're not gonna like get Emma convicted, right? Yeah, trial 5. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Hi! Continuing the trial. Oh, whoops. Yes, Your Honor. The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Oh, look at him taking it in stride. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well... normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, cough. This isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain? You think I may have manipulated the witnesses. I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and... well, I know nothing about real court proceedings, so... I will simply accept, this fiction as real. Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. Oh, okay. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Does that mean I have to make more choices? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. That's my guy. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls... No, wait, hold on. No, I can't save! Okay, wait, I think I saved before this. No, I understand. It's really good. I love it. I really like Ace Attorney. I don't know. I will finish it someday, but I feel like it's really long. Oh, fuck. Oh. Wait, the time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. Wait, who the hell am I presenting? Am I presenting the chief? Let me think. Okay, useless, probably useless, dead, definitely useless, gonna keep lying, traumatized right now, probably not useful right now. I guess maybe I am... Oh. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? As a defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Oh yeah, tell him, Edgeworth. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. All right. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. The awkward pauses with him smiling though, oh my gosh. Okay. So, you want to play hardball, eh? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, what's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. Acting chief? Oh, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. There are still some things I can account for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. ... Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal? Weapons? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I forget the difference of, like, he became chief of police and then he was, like, something else before he got promoted. I already forgot. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Damn. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Oh, I feel like he was like a... Yeah, he was a detective, but I feel like he had like an important title still. That's okay. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Oh, okay, so he's just gonna... he's gonna be like, actually, I didn't do anything. Okay. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. Oops. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. So Dark was on... Wait. So we're saying that Neil, the detective, had the broken knife and was brandishing it at Joe Dark, I guess? And then Emma pushed him and then died. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard and fast. Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna do what I keep doing, Mr. Wright. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant, Lana Skye, also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. Okay. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? Oops. That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first, so Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. Bro. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart, though. Bro is a little too casual about this. That's not funny. Could you tell us what you saw? Wait, yeah, it was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means... You found the body near Lana's desk? That's right. I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor? Yes. Anyway. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office. That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd be better off staring at the court record. Oh, he's telling me to get to work. Where they were, always a smooth talker. But which piece of evidence ties Kant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Kant to the incident. Isn't that like the stuff he hid in the safe? If it's not, I'm gonna be upset. Let me just save. I'm like messed up after that one time in the last time I streamed. I clicked the wrong area of like the Blue Badger video, and I had to game over, and then I had to go through all the text again, listen to its theme song again. Okay. Present. I mean, I can present this one. Sure. Yes. If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this? What's that? And what's that on it? A handprint? Chief Gant, your explanation, please. I don't know. You tell me, son. Huh? My dear Rido, don't you know the second rule of evidence law? Uh-oh, not this again. Evidence law. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to this trial? Oh, making me do all the work again. It appears the defense was not prepared. I guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Please accept my profound apologies, Chief. Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay, I'll do it just this once, but only because you asked, Uji. Thank you. I assure you the defense is terribly sorry. I am not sorry. Yeah, sorry I didn't nail you. Bro, okay. I didn't get penalized, but that was not correct. Huh? Okay. Okay, well this one's already connected, so maybe. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence are found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's that blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Is it normal for lawyers to like do their own detective work and then bring evidence that they did not inform anyone else of? Like, Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh, like this guy did not have a warrant to search his office. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. Hey, I've already beaten Edgeworth once, come on. So you admitted to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Rido? Well, I mean, I have a witness if you want me to bring him up. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? Isn't he already fired? What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment. And a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, when you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason to participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Man, okay. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. I mean, I don't know. He's been kind of doing this before. And he's only getting punished for it now. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges so you won't make the same mistake again. Let's kill this guy. We have to kill this guy. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Uji. In return, though. I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys telepathic? Hello? What? Alrighty. He's accusing us. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch. Phoenix, no. Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Rito's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal. Ugh, I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Yeah, bro studied the law. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course, but suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. I guess forgery isn't the right word, but like, yeah, if concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, Rito. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. Are you saying the star fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Yes, Edgeworth, tell me something I don't know. Come now, Rito, think about it. Okay. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here, but in the end the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Yo, this guy just oozes evil. Look at this. Now that I think about it, yeah, it does look like a seashell, huh? he's got a stupid little lightning bolt and then a seashell. Well, now do you see? Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in a way. There's another line to hold it. Really, Chief Cat. At the very least, there is one very large benefit you reaped from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh. Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Gah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Thanks, Edgeworth. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Edgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. No, I didn't think that at all. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Wait, what's the answer here? Point out accomplice? Sure, you might not help anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chingat may have helped forge evidence? Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye? The defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? Yeah, I was just thinking about it, but a lot of people die like in these cases. Like we saw one earlier in the game where somebody died because somebody pushed them and then they fell onto like a sharp object. Okay, anyways. And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Bro. Oh wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Or which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. I mean, he's already taken a hit to his reputation quite a bit, so just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order. I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious, huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That's impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in an easier to understand language. He's just gonna put it all on Edgeworth. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright, that the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Excuse me? Excuse me? What do I have? Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Is it the card logs? But I haven't proven yet that it's him though. Oh, I haven't checked this. Oh, it literally just has the two rules in it. It's just a little reminder. Okay, well. Yeah, that's my best bet. IDs. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. The Sevens. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code? 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was all the 7s. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Oh, he's angry. Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations, and I would demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law now. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. This guy is power hungry. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing: what transpired during that meeting. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Oh yeah, of course. Show us the proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Let me think. Oh my god. Well, it's because, like... I don't want to say anything about it. Maybe? Useless? Okay, I think I have a hunch, but hold on. I'll be back in like a minute. I need to cough. When I talk too much, I get like a buildup of like mucus in my throat, and it's uncomfortable to talk after it does that. So I will be back in like a minute. Okay, I'm back. Whew, I feel a little better when I'm talking. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I feel like... What was it? I feel like this was my best bet, right? Detective Good. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. We're good. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Oh my god. Judge, shut the fuck up. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Shh, this fucking judge is useless. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Oh, wow, jeez. Thank you. Thank you, Edgeworth. Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know? And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. Oh, shit. Okay, well, okay. I guess that's a hint. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright. Oh, fuck. Let me see. Let me see. Please. Okay. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Okay, Huh? Okay, hold on. Wait. Wright said that he thought it was a useless piece of evidence. His attorney's badge. I'm just joking. That's we used. Is it this one? Or the other one? This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver? But what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... I was asked to go, by Chief Gant no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Aha. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean I... The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Oh. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief? Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transfer evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed into the trunk to be taken away. This was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. Wait, taken from the trunk. I believe your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special. He's just gonna run away? What the fuck? Okay, coward. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Which is basically just doing whatever the hell he wants, huh? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Damn. Anyway. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body. Do I have any concrete proof? Wow. I guess. Maybe? I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. I got nothing. Okay. Gosh darn. ID card. Trophy. A murder weapon. Wait, no, this is the one that Lana used to stab him again. Record of parking. Dancing there. His autopsy report. Bro. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Is there anything I can do with this? I don't think so. I'm gonna cry, okay. The photo. The shoe. Is this important? Hold on. What was the murder weapon if he's the one that killed him? This doesn't prove it. Oh my god. Fingerprints. Clean screwdriver. Lost item report. The bloody handprint on the wall with the thing. some rubber glove. I'm gonna be upset. Oh my god. Evidence locker of staple jar. Marshall's fingerprints. Security video. my god, I'm trying to prove that he killed Goodman though. Is this like a wrong choice to like actually try to provide evidence? Because I don't think I have evidence. I'm trying to think about what would have been the murder weapon. But I don't remember. Because he died from a stab wound, which means something was stabbed. So I don't know. It's not this one. Because this like it proves his involvement, but I feel like it doesn't prove that he killed Goodman. Well, maybe I'm wrong to present anything. Or what exactly is this evidence? It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's skill. I'll let you be the judge, but I am the judge. Alright, well what do you think, Your Honor? That this is bullshit? I guess it wasn't enough. No, I don't have any proof. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Uji? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Rido. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Uji, I'll leave the rest to you. Phase is out of existence. Is that the wrong choice? Probably. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. What? Oh. Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth? What do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? I guess I have to pick. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth Miss Lana Skye. The defendant, Miss Lana Skye? She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body, in accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on! Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. Oh, bro. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. Ah, this isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then, I've got a lunch date to meet. This bro is evil. So anyways, okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. That's awkward. Okay, I feel like it's a good stopping point, but I kind of want to play a little bit more. Let's get in good. Looks like you managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe. I'm not a detective anymore. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Ah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? You can't replace Maya. Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, right? Remember what the judge said. That is not a right to be casually invoked. Risks. What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Emma! Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man, and she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we'd better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, right? It's time to end this. To be continued. Okay, now I'm actually gonna end it because my throat's starting to hurt and I think it's from talking. Wow, 2 hours exactly. Well, not exactly, but kind of. Save. Yes. Escape. Okay. Man, I think it's almost over. I can't really promise that I will stream in the next few days because I will probably be very tired after work, to be honest. But I might if I'm in the mood. So, but it's gonna have to be very late because I will work very late. But yeah, I'm almost done. I think I will take a break from Ace Attorney after I finish this case. But I'll probably come back to it, you know, sometimes here and there to finish one episode or something. But damn, it sure takes a while. This is a trilogy, so I think I finished like the first part in episode 4. But I think this is the beginning of the second part, it seems. But yeah, anyways, good night. I need to rest my throat because I don't talk much and it's taking a toll on my voice. Alright, bye bye, good night. Thanks for watching.